Moving into and setting up your new home is one of the most exciting things, especially for those who never find enough outlets for their ideas and designs. Throughout history, people have gone from caves to huts to castles to block-off flats, and nowadays, it seems like you can find an example of any house design possible. Some people are forced to get creative because of some physical restrictions, like small or unusual spaces, while others do so just because and create unique home designs. If you feel like you could use some inspiration for your future home design, or just like checking out the weird ideas some people have, this video is just for you. Check out our selection of the top 10 bizarre and unusual homes around the world. Starting the list at number 10, the Jellyfish House, Spain. The Jellyfish House in Marbella, Spain stands out from its neighbors thanks to its incredible swimming pool that cantilevers from the roof. Wheel Arts architects adopted this innovative architectural solution in response to the fact that surrounding properties were hiding the view of the nearby sea. They built an infinity-edge rooftop pool with a transparent glass bottom to allow their patrons to take advantage of the vista. So unique, right? Number 9. Resident Church XL, Netherlands. Not everyone would appreciate living in a house that was once something else. Still, there are many fantastic conversion projects out there, so they must be cool in some way. One of them is a Utrecht church that was transformed into a dwelling in 2009. The St. Jacobus Church, which was built in 1870, is the subject of our discussion. It was utilized as a showroom for events and furniture displays when it ceased to serve as a church in 1991. Then came a proposal from Zek Architects in 2007. They wished to convert the church into a house and resurrect this lovely historical landmark. The plan was approved, and the building was converted into a home. Number 8. The Caterpillar House, Chile. Although we're not sure why this name was picked, we can't deny that this house is both unusual and intriguing. Chile is the location of this charming family home. The architects had difficulty designing it because it was erected on a steep plot, surrounded by rocky terrain. They elected to create the Caterpillar House out of shipping containers to save money and time during construction. There was a total of 12 containers used, one of which has an open top and is used as a swimming pool. Of course, that isn't the only thing that distinguishes this home. The distribution of internal areas and the way the zones interact with one another, while keeping their individuality, is, in fact, the fascinating aspect of all. Number 7. The Keret House, Poland. This tower is known as the world's skinniest house, and with good reason. It is only 122 centimeters wide at its widest point. This odd edifice is squeezed between two existing buildings in Warsaw, Poland. The project began with a proposal submitted by architect Jakub Czyksenzi during the Walla Art Festival in 2009. 3 years later, that concept became this installation, which will serve as a temporary home for wandering writers indefinitely. The house has no windows, but it is semi-transparent and has a white inside, making it appear larger than it is. Number 6. The Flintstone-style house, California. Since we're contemplating what it's like to live in all kinds of bizarre residences, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention this great refuge in Malibu, California. This is how the Flintstones' house would appear if they lived in our day. Everything in this house seems to be stone, with unchiseled and uneven surfaces, lines and angles that are never completely straight, and an organic feel to the entire design. A single large room dominates the interior. Large expanses of glass set in naturally irregularly shaped surroundings, frameless and organic in appearance, connect the interior of the Stone Age-styled pad to the outer beauty, allowing the tantalizing vistas of sea and mountain to be enjoyed. Number 5. The Seashell House, Mexico. Have you ever imagined what it's like to live in a seashell, as hermit crabs do? We'd like to imagine what it would be like to live in this bizarre mansion in Mexico City that resembles a giant seashell. Javier Senosian, who was inspired by the Nautilus, designed the house. Naturally, the shell was styled a little. Its form and design were adapted and transformed into this magnificent architectural gem. The project was completed in 2016. One of the most remarkable features, aside from the house's evident design, is that fantastic wall of colored mosaics that created an exquisite rainbow effect. Number 4. The Slide House, Japan. In this case, the name pretty well says it all. The Slide House is one of the most entertaining and playful homes out there, despite its design being surprisingly plain and conventional. With the exception of the 3-story enormous slide that is an intrinsic element of the structure, it runs the length of the building's inner perimeter. which has rounded corners. Level architects created this stunning home, which was finished in 2009. It wasn't easy to figure out all the intricacies, such as the proper slope angle and the ideal slides as materials, but it all worked out in the end. Number 3. The Steel House, Texas. This isn't so much a house as it is a massive work of art. The Steel House, located 20 minutes outside of Lubbock, Texas, is unlike any other home. You'll understand why once you learn its backstory. It began in 1973, when Robert Bruno, an unorthodox sculptor, started this project. He worked on this magnificent endeavor from then until he died in 2008, handcrafting everything with no outside help. The house, which was never finished, has an odd shape that can be interpreted in a variety of ways. Some believe it resembles a UFO, while others believe it resembles a massive insect, while yet others compare it to a Star Wars AT-AT walker. Number 2. Transparent House, Japan. Try living in this translucent house in Tokyo, Japan, if you believe you have nothing to hide. It's known as House NA and has plenty of natural light but little privacy. So Fujimoto architects designed the 914 square foot transparent house, which is inspired by the idea of living in a tree. The allure of a tree is that these areas are not hermetically sealed off from one another, but are linked by their special relativity. Hearing one's voice from above and across the branch, hopping over to another branch, and a dialogue taking place across branches by members from different branches, these are just a few of the unique experiences that come with living in such close quarters. Number 1. The Pull House, Australia. This home is both stunning and straightforward. The Pull House, designed and built by F2 Architecture, is located on the Great Ocean Road in Australia and takes advantage of its unique location and outstanding views. The site on which it was constructed is a steep hillside, which posed a significant problem. The architects devised a fascinating solution. They created a concrete platform on top of a 13-meter high tower, and the home was built on top of that. They emphasized the vistas by elevating them like this, but they ran into a second problem. There was no easy way to get into the house. In order to address this issue, the architects constructed a narrow concrete bridge that connects the home to the slope. Let us say that everyone has a distinctive way of expressing their personalities. Some are known for art, music, books, and others for creating weird houses to live in. We hope you enjoyed today's video. Which of these houses do you think is the most bizarre? Share it in the comments below. Please give us a like and subscribe to our channel, District 10 TV, for more videos like this. Thank you for watching, and see you in our next video.